Good morning, everyone, and welcome to basically our lecture one today. Because last time, I hope you remember, we started with syllabus of business research methods and analytics. So we are going to discuss today a very important thing, that what is business research, what is the meaning of business research, and what is the scope of business research. So these three topics we're gonna cover today. Now, sorry. Let me make it big so it would be more visible to all of you. Yeah. Oh, sorry. So we should start from here. So this is slideshow from current slide. Yes. So let us see in business research and analytics what we're gonna cover. Let me put some light on that before we discuss the scope of business research. As you all are aware of that business organization, they are facing a lot of challenges ranging from how, where, and what to produce. This is something which is very common for all, whether they are in goods, production of goods, or they have been into services. So just think of big organization, just think of startup also. They all have the one common challenge: what to produce, how to produce, and where to produce. So for that, what we need to do, generally, who gonna help us to find out the solution to this problem? So, and second, very important thing you can see over here, how to make product different from others. So it's not only what to produce, where to produce. The second important point is how to make product different from others. Because if you continue with the same product over the period of time, people, because here, if you offer a standardized product, other would be offering a similar kind of product. So why people should buy from you? So this generally happen that you introduce a product that is standardized product, but over the period of time, you bring some changes. For example, automobile in India, you might have seen that all different car manufacturing company, they introduce a product, introduce a model, and after 6 months, and within 6 months nowadays, you might have noticed that they bring another, feature in the car model. So that is that you know that what to produce, but how you gonna bring uh, changes in your product so that your product would be different and it will appeal to the buyers. Now, very important thing. What features? That would be a kind of innovation, right? What feature you should include in your product? Not only that, beside that, what you need to do, you need to create a value for your customer. Now, what is this value? Just think of buying a car. Now, generally, when you buy a car, they tell you that for next 2 year, we'll take care of your car, right? And after 2 year, it will not under the warranty period. So after 2 year, if that car is not under warranty, right, then if there is any issue with the car, you need to pay more, right? You need to pay a huge amount for that. So here, what kind of what kind of services you gonna provide even after selling a product? Now, just think of small things. For example, when you buy online, how many options they give you to make payment, right? They give you option to make payment, like pay through credit card or through online banking, or they give you Paytm, PayPal. So this is something that you're gonna give them some external additional feature also, that this is the basic thing, that product they are offering online, but they need to give you options so that without any inconvenience you are going to buy the product. So that would be a kind of a part of innovation, that what kind of extra value you create for your customer. So innovation is not always about creating a new product or bringing up new features to your existing product. It would be creating value to your customer in all possible way. As I mentioned, give them opportunity to pay through all different methods if they want to make payment. So this is just a very small example, right? How to make supply chain more effective to minimize the cost. So this is a very difficult task. When you think of supply chain in business, it's gonna be a very difficult task, because especially in India, people generally go for trading, right? Buying, selling simply. But very few people, or they go for e-commerce, they may go for manufacturing, but just think of China. Please unmute your mic, everybody. Just think of China. China is good in manufacturing. That's why the logistics, warehouse, uh, all these supply chain, all these are so effective and efficient. But here in India, we also need to work on that and make efficient and effective supply chain and logistics so that we can minimize the cost. So this is a one reason in China that they have used advanced technology, automation, especially in supply chain. That's why the cost is minimum. Now, uh, if you work on your entire value chain, right, and other process more effective and efficiently, it will definitely. So it's not only supply chain in producing a particular goods, but just think of um, this efficiency, effectiveness in all entire value chain. So value chain doesn't mean that you produce a product. It means that how people take your product, do they really value your product? What image you have created among the people in the local people, society or community? So altogether, actually, you are creating a value. And then you understand the term called product life cycle. I hope you might have studied, or generally PLC is product life cycle is that it represent a life of a product, that a product is being introduced and slowly it move up, right? You will see a growth of a product. Then after some time it reach at a maturity, and then slowly you will see it comes down, like decline stage comes. It is about it is life of a human being also. You might have noticed that birth take place, individual grow, reach at maturity, and one day they start declining after the age of a certain period, right? um, so same thing with the product also. You might just think of any product, product introduced, right? There was a huge demand of that product. It's growing like anything. But one day it reach at maturity. What we do at maturity, we add more and more feature. We bring some changes in product so that we will not fall into a category of declining stage. So how to extend the product life cycle? That is, that we will not fall into a category of declining. So that we can learn with the help of business research. Then, as I mentioned, it's not only about production, it is not only about marketing, but other functions of business will also be taken care in the business research. For example, human resource. So in human resource, there is a term called HR analytics, talent analytics, human capital analytics, so personal analytics. These all terms are very synonym to each other. And it's not only about recruiting and selecting right people for right job, and just not only to motivate them and get work done, which is a definition of a management. But here, what you do with the research, You understand the profile of individuals, traits of individuals, and then you see the requirement in different organization, different industries of skills. So now you have such kind of information about individual, uh, what kind of personality, what kind of trait, what kind of characteristics they have, and how to match these all with different job requirements in different industries. So just see up to what extent we have used this analytic with the help of business research. That gonna be a wonder. That could gonna be a something very unique that we all will learning together. HR analytics, marketing analytics, right? And now, as I mentioned, we have been talking about marketing also. The first thing when you want to introduce your product, what you want to do, you are not just selling your product, right? What you do, you try to build a kind of uh, image of a product in the mind of customer. So once you have developed that image, then you will see that customer will not switch over to other product. So for that, you need to make them aware that this kind of quality, this kind of services, this kind of quality you are offering. And for example, nowadays, a lot of companies, they say is because of COVID-19 that our products are having, some kind of ingredients, it will take care of your immunity. Our products are organic. We don't use any chemical, right? So this is something that they gonna create some awareness among you about the image of a particular product. So once you have created a image of a particular product in the mind of customer, so now what image you create? Will it be an image of that it's a high quality product, it's a premium product, or it is a product which is low cost, right? So or this is a unique product as per your demand. That is the niche marketing, right? So here you make people aware, and secondly, very important thing, you understand and predict consumer behavior. It's not an easy job to understand consumer behavior, but we all try to understand. You might have seen now social media marketing. Social media marketing is playing a very important role to understand consumer behavior. What you do, where do you go, what is your likes, what are your dislikes. Together, we collect all possible information and make some analysis on the basis of analytics that, okay, you have this kind of personality, you have this kind of likes, you have this kind of dislike. I was watching one program. This was about tourism, and now recently a new concept has emerged. I don't know you people are aware or not. That is free tourism, right? Are you aware of free tourism? Anyone? Speak out because I can't see your remarks. Unmute your mic and tell me, are you aware of this concept, free tourism?
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
Free tourism is a concept where you're not supposed to pay for accommodation and food. A lot of people in semi-urban area or interior or rural area in India, they have established a small place, and to make it beautiful, what they need some people, those who can work for them. But it would be a great unique opportunity for you and me that we can visit these very places which are actually far away from metropolitan city, and these places they have their own challenges. Now what they did, they are providing you, if you go for this free tourism, They give you opportunity to stay with them. They provide you food free of cost, stay free of cost. And secondly, they give you opportunity to work with them. So here you are developing a skill, you are learning a skill which is practical based, which is you will be practicing there your skills. You will be learning how to grow tomato, how to grow potato, how to work on agricultural land, right? Or this is one example, right? This is just a one example. So this is something new. It is emerging. But here, if suppose just think of a person as I mentioned from Bangkok. He said that I don't want to work in metropolitan city. I don't want to work in. I don't want to go to university for higher education. What I wish that people should come here in my village and learn from me. So what he did is he said, "Come here, stay with me, no charges. Food would be available, everything would be available, but you need to work for me for 3 4 hours." That is totally up to you, right? There is no as such pressure, there is no time limit, there is no minimum time, maximum time. That is totally up to you. You stay here, learn, work with us, eat food with us, stay with us. So no money exchange, but it would be a great learning for you because you never been to village, you never been to interior rural area. But now you are you can see the biggest issue, biggest the different kind of challenges these people they face. But what do you do when you stay with them? You make that place beautiful with your hard work, right? You see around the surrounding area. So this is something which is emerging. So I was thinking that I should write a case study on that, or maybe if everything would be fine, we can plan this kind of program, and we can visit some places where you can. I mean, it's not because it's free, but it would be something a unique idea, and all would be learning of something. So here you see, research across the globe are interested in finding answer to these types of question. So something that you come to me, come to my place, work with me, provide me some solution. As I told you earlier, we have adopted 5 villages, which is approximately 130 kilometers from Delhi. We are looking forward that you guys can join us over there, and you can see our agricultural land. You can see these 5 villages. You can see school, other facilities in these villages, and it would be a great learning for you, but it would be great experience for the villagers also, that student from Delhi University, they are visiting and helping them in some other manner. It's not about money, but maybe something some which is we can't define right now. I remember Professor Dutch from Harvard Business School. He says in his lecture that if you want a student in B school that they should learn real skills, so what you need to do, you send them to village for at least for 2 weeks. Let them stay with the villagers, right? Let them work there, and then they will be actually learning real skills over there. So this is something that business research will help you. For example, vermicomposting is something that which really help farmers, and our college has taken an initiative that we help villagers, farmers. So this is what? This is all research. So you collaborate with science department, they help us, they provide us some solution if we have some problem in villages. We have adopted a village where half population of a village sleep during day and half population sleep over night time. So I asked why this is so. They say, sir, our village is attached to a place which is basically a jungle. It's a jungle area, and during night time the animals comes, right, and they destroy all our agricultural land. So that's why half of the population of a village, they don't sleep overnight. So this is something which had given me some pain that we are living in a society, we have everything with us, we have technology, but still these people in this particular village, they have had this kind of challenge. So different challenges, different issues, and until unless actually you go deep into these kind of things, you don't understand the reality. Reality does not come when you read something, but actually reading is also good, but practically we need to learn how does it work, what to do. So this business research would be not only in terms of learning statistics. Statistics would be a 10%, 15%, but more than that, because if you do some research, it should have acceptability or generalization also. And that is possible when we go and use systematic way of conducting a research. Right, everybody? So let us continue what we have been talking about. So I hope this introduction is clear to all of you, that what we where we will be using our research and analytics. So it would be in terms of where to produce, what to produce, and how to produce, and why and how our product gonna be a different, maybe in terms of features of a product, maybe in terms of price ranges, maybe in terms of distribution of that particular product, right? For example, just think of a product called butter, Amul butter in India. Uh, the quality is number one. You will find everywhere Amul. So distribution is excellent. And you will find very few competitor of Amul butter. Lot of company, they, launch their butter, but unfortunately they were not able to compete with the Amul. So Amul have developed a such kind of image in the mind of customer that people remain loyal to uh, Amul butter. Same thing happened with a product called Maggi. Now we need to learn that what is important here. Is it a product itself? Is it a distribution? Is it the kind of image you have created in the mind of customer? And to understand all this, right, we need to make people aware first, customer aware, that this is our ultimate goal, that here we are to earn profit or to give you an excellent experience about our product, right? And then on the basis of customer expectation, we will satisfy our customer and will give them a very very nice experience. So it's all about satisfaction, it's all about experience. And I started my discussion today with, as I mentioned, this all work would be to achieve customer relationship, and now we call it customer relationship management. And this customer relationship management, yes, this is a one example where we have analytical tools, and these are few software, approximately 50 different kind of software available, which actually analyze the information, whatever data you have, and then they help you to predict that if you do like this, you will have this kind of opportunity or challenges. Right, everybody? So these were different questions. So to find out different solution to different problem, different issue, different questions, which we have discussed here in last slide, we need two things: data first, and explanation of data. Now, what is this data and explanation of data? Anyone, what is data? Please unmute your mic and reply quickly. What is data?
Facts and figures about something.
Okay. Anyone else?
So data means information or facts,
Mhm. For example,
um, like survey of how people like the product.
okay, good. Your mobile number is the number one data. because through your mobile phone number, these company they access you and collect data from you, right? So they understand which age group you belong, what income group you have, whether you're a student or you're working, your gender. This all information, this all called data, right? And now, if you, so suppose we have data of 1,000 people, we need to bifurcate in terms of maybe like, dislike, maybe they're liking towards a particular product. On the basis of income, we can divide the group. Maybe on the basis of age, we can divide the group. We can divide the group on the basis of region, right? So different variables we can decide to divide the data. So that would be, and then further, what we need to do. So this would be a description of data. So once you have collected data, then description of data, that this different types of information we have collected on the basis of age, gender, or demographic profile. Then we can have a reason also sometime that why people are behaving in such a manner. So whatever past information we have, right? It may be in terms of, for you start liking a particular product because you feel the way they have defined this product, the way they have make you aware about the product, that was something, the idea was unique, the product was unique, so you start liking it. The second way could be that the cost was low, so you start switching over the product. So the reason, explanation of this data, that why there is a shift in the trend. Now, on the basis of this, the last important thing would be that you need to communicate this information for further decision making. We'll talk about that. Sorry. But before that, here you see why data is important. Data will come here. So that's why I thought. So see here, what is data? What is research? Basically, research is the process of reaching at the solution to a problem through systematic collection, analysis, and interpretation of data. So data is clear, right? Data about individual, about community, about society. So how people in a particular community, particular society, particular group, you wouldn't believe now people are not more interested in age, gender, income, but they are interested in which, uh, what you call, what kind of interest you have. So on the basis of interest, a new community, a new society is being developed. That is something which is unique now. So as per your interest, you become a part of a particular society, particular community, and this is all in virtual format. This is all in virtual format. Just give me 1 minute. Let me connect my cord. Just hold for a minute. Okay. So now we have a virtual, platform to create these different community, and those who have got similar kind of interest. For example, those who wish to travel, those who like tourism, so they have their own community. Those who are spiritual, they have their own community. So these all are above the religion, caste, right, education, rich, poor. These all things have become secondary, but your interest has become important over here. So what we need actually when we conduct a research, so research is all about data. And data, you remember, we already have discussed. And what we do in research, we collect this data. Not only collect, we analyze and interpretation of the data. Now, it would be a very difficult task among these three, which you feel would gonna be a very, very difficult task. Will it be collection or analysis or interpretation? Let me see your remark, everybody. Unmute your mic and tell me which one would gonna be a difficult task. Collection of data, analysis of data, or interpretation of data. Which among them would be a next to difficult?
Data collections.
Okay, data collection. Anyone else?
The data interpretation.
Interpretation. Okay. Anyone else?
Sir, data interpretation.
Why did data interpretation?
Sir, I think it is a high level work.
Okay,
So
great, great. Now, collection of data is not very difficult because you can hire an agency to collect the data. But now you have Google Form, you have social media platform. So you can float your questionnaire, you can float your issues, and then you can collect the data. Right? Earlier, what we used to do, we used to make a survey physically, used to visit mall and collect data from each and every individual over there as per our requirement, as per our convenience. As far analysis is concerned, you will be studying some advanced tool. We have a software called SPSS. It's a paid one. In our college, we have that, I believe. And free of cost, you want to learn with the help of coding. We have R programming. These all things are there, right? But when it's come to interpretation, who will interpret it for you? Will there be some software? Maybe software there, but here it is actually your experience, your learning, and plus the outcome of analytics. So here your intelligence will work, and that would be based on your experience also. So sometime your data says something, but your experience says something else. So here decision making would be a very, very difficult task. So how do you perceive, how do you interpret the data? For example, a Bata company send its representative to one planet, and when he came back, he said that there is no opportunity because nobody wears shoes. Right? He saw a big, huge population over there on a new planet they found, but the problem of interpretation was that nobody wears shoes, so there is no scope. Another company, they send a representative on this planet. So they says that, oh my God, nobody is wearing shoes. I will make them to wear these shoes, right? So that is what, how do you interpret it? Maybe on the basis of your personality, your experience, right? But now, yes, we have some software also which actually help us to interpret. But as I remember, I read somewhere one book. This book say that whatever you do with data interpretation, if your product is good, it's excellent, then you don't need to go for other things. So same thing over here. If you have a gut feeling, right? If you know that this is the trend, this is the situation, then even your analysis is giving you something else or some other output, your understanding will matter a lot in decision making, right? So business research can address the key issues faced by all competitive business. So it's about all businesses, organization, interpretation. So your role would be not only to collect data at primarily stage, secondly, analyze, we will analyze, and then we'll see how to interpret. And I got one book on collection, how to collect. I got two books on analysis, and one very nice book on interpretation of information. So, how to interpret? Generally, whatever research is being done recently, they give you information in terms of data, right? But they never ever have given any information how to interpret it. So this is something which is really a skill. So we'll be learning together. So what kind of questions we have here? You see that business research can address the key issues, key questions faced by all companies. So these are the issues why people react and act in a certain way. So one, you can see phenomena from psychology that we can discuss. Why they behave different in different culture, philosophy from anthropology, how businesses maximize their market share, business activity, how to study and benefit from systematic and organized body of knowledge in any area of inquiry from science, naturally occurring objects or phenomena such as light, natural science, science of people and group. So we are into business, we are into little bit of psychology, we are little bit into anthropology, but we are more in business and social science. Right here, you can see a different branches of our research where research is applicable. We are not into a natural science. We are not into a science. We are more in social science. We are in business. We are less in anthropology, psychology. And to understand the problem and find out the best solution, there is a need to follow the scientific research. As I mentioned, that whatever research you do, if you want that people should listen to you, people should accept your work, we need to go for scientific way of conducting a research. Scientific research contribute to a body of science and it follows the scientific method. Scientific method is a systematic, empirically based procedure for generating replicable. So replicable means other can see your research, they can accept your research, and further they can carry it forward. So acceptability of research would be this. Sorry, I'm not well, so I'm not able to continue for long time today. Let's uh, come to next slide. So with this scope of business research, we will discuss in the next session. So if you have any query, now if you feel you have any query, you can ask.